Hey guys, I gotta tell you something exciting, and it's very relevant to what we're about to do. Can I show you something cool? So I was just chilling the other night, just having a good time, just relaxing in a video call with my girlfriend. When I check my phone, thank you for the tier 1 gifted sub to Angry Fruit, Comrade Courtney. I check my phone, and I get a notification that someone on Instagram followed me. Guess who followed me on Instagram, guys? I want you to take... Okay, yeah, you already... Lonnie spoiled it. Yeah, boys. Yeah! You see that right there? That's what I'm talking about. That is some high... It's really her, too. When I click her account, here we are. This is high-tier shit right here. So... I don't want to go full, also, if you want to see my Instagram, this is it right here. Now, I don't want to go full fanboy here, but I don't often show my Instagram. It's in the description of my videos, and it's in the top right when if like my just me screen, right? But I don't usually like shout out my Instagram much, which means ContraPoints actively had to look for my Instagram to follow it, or maybe somehow it was recommended to her, which I highly doubt. So I did fangirl really hard when I saw it. I'm embarrassed because I started like my voice pitch went up real high when I was talking to my girlfriend while I was in the call doing this. But this tells me that ContraPoints not only has acknowledged my existence, but she likes me, which is very, very good memes. Is very good. So, in light of this, since my lady, my queen, my lady, has acknowledged my existence, I must cover this video by Essence of Thought called ContraPoints Doesn't Understand Canceling, a Non-Binary Response. I have watched a little bit of this video, and this video appears to be in good faith. There are some yikesy moments where it seems like it's a little bit with the stretching of some things, but it seems like it's a little bit, it's fairly in good faith. We're going to watch this video. We can't watch the whole thing because it's 43 minutes long, but we'll watch a good amount of it, and we're gonna defend the queen. Hit me up. Yas.
Do I believe Natalie Wynn is true scum? No.
Good. She's not true scum.
Natalie Wynn displays a lot of problematic behaviour that harms both non-binary and binary trans people. Yes.
She can.
Have
yeah.
I cancelled Natalie? Well, that depends on whether or not we're using the original definition of the colloquialism cancelled, as used by Black Twitter, or Natalie's altered definition used in her video.
I'm going to slow it down a little bit. I'm going to slow it down just a little bit. Alright. Does ContraPoints do things that can be harmful to non-binary and binary trans people? Technically, yes. She can. In the sense that she can say things that hurt their feelings. Let's be honest. Most of what ContraPoints has said and done, other than platforming Buck Angel, isn't transphobic. It isn't outwardly harmful, but it can have that effect. Cine has to cancel the debate. Damn it. I thought we were going to be able to do the Flat Earth debate today. Fuck. Alright. Now, outwardly speaking, Contra hasn't done anything that is transphobic or NB-phobic. Her effects, the effects of her actions can be, but it definitely was not her intention, and she has apologized for it. So, what is their... They, them. But they explain that they also accept she and him as well, but we're going to go they, them, because we're good people. We aren't NB-phobic. So ContraPoints is not... I don't feel like there's any reason to go after ContraPoints anymore. From what I've seen, the people who are still after her are doing so in bad faith. Very bad faith, usually. Because there's no reason to do it anymore. She's apologized for the stuff she did wrong. She clarified her beliefs. She did a very good job at it. I feel like anyone who still feels the need to go after her is probably coming from bad faith. But we're going to see. I'm going to watch this video. I'm going to hear them out.
Because the two are not the same. Hi there, my name's Ethel, though some people know me as Peter. I'm a non-binary YouTuber who goes by they pronouns. They'll accept either she or he, so don't get worried if you mess up. I'm here to talk to you about Natalie's latest video, Cancelling, which was posted on the 2nd of January, 2020. Now the way this is going to work is I'm going to divide Natalie's video into 3 sections, each of which will receive a video of their own. The first video, this video, will cover her opening example and how she's only being half honest about what was said.
What's the issue with Buck Angel? Buck Angel's like a big-time true scum. He's just kind of a piece of shit, and he was in ContraPoints video. ContraPoints platformed Buck Angel for like 6 seconds for a sound clip because he sounded like John Waters, which he does. Probably irresponsible platforming, although it was just a voice clip, but I can understand because we use the same argument with PewDiePie platforming Ben Shapiro or not Stefan Molyneux, or Jordan Peterson to a degree, although it was much less. That is one of the criticisms that I can accept, and ContraPoints apologized for it. So, yeah, that's the main.
We'll also be discussing her misportrayal of both the term cancelling and the philosophy behind the Me Too movement. My second video will tackle the point which had originally caused me to stop watching her video, and that is her telling of what happened.
Oh
plus her defense of Buck Angel.
Wait, did they just admit that they stopped watching the video after this part?
We'll also be discussing her misportrayal of both the term cancelling and the philosophy behind the Me Too movement. My second video will tackle the point which had originally caused me to stop watching her video, and that is her telling of what happened, plus her defense of Buck Angel, during which she goes so far as to compare her non-binary critics to fascists in their methods, insinuating that they could be literal fascists using their anonymity as a shield.
No! This is a bad faith video. No. Oh, I want it to be good faith. Guys. Oh, no. Okay, it is possible to criticize ContraPoints in good faith for it not to be harassment, for it not to be bullying. All right, I've watched the ContraPoints video several times, so let me drop a big old truth bomb on what this individual is saying here. That is a lie. ContraPoints compared the woke scolds on Twitter to fascists in their methods, how they act, and even said that sometimes it can be hard to tell the difference between a non-binary socialist anime avatar on Twitter and a Nazi pretending to be a non-binary with a socialist avatar or socialist anime avatar on Twitter. They act the same way when they attack her. You can't tell the difference. They have the anonymity, so you can't tell. It's really hard to tell if these people, these woke skull types on Twitter that are being fucking insane, aren't just alt-right plants that are just trying to make the left look bad. She made that case because she can't tell herself. Because they just act the same fucking way. And when she compared them in their methods, she was talking about how, okay, what do the Nazis do? What do the fascists on places like 4chan and Kiwi Farms? What do those people do? What are their methods? They dig into people's personal information, into their history from, a long time ago. They dox them. They harass their friends and family. They send them hate messages. I've experienced a lot of this from fascists who hate me. Woke scolds do the same thing. They dig into people's past. They harass their friends and family. They dox. They harass them by sending them shit tons of messages and whatnot. They spread lies about them. They use the same methods. This is just how people on the internet attack people they don't like. Pig Puncher to be semi-cancely. EOT has done some cringy takes, apparently. Essence of Thought? Yeah, probably. I mean, this is already a bad faith video to begin with.
The third and final video will cover her betrayal of her critics and their actions whilst discussing how Natalie displays an amazing lack of self-awareness. How, on one hand, she repeatedly acknowledges the fact that she's not the most at risk when it comes to large numbers of angry people online. That would be more marginalized and smaller trans creators. Yet this benevolence on her part is undercut by the way she effectively points her finger at such people, bringing the wrath of...
Can I just point out for a second, I'm very generous of this person, or not generous, jealous of this person's hair. Oh my fucking god. I wish I had hair this straight. I hate having really fucking bushy curly, thick hair. I hate it. I want thin, straight hair like this. I want this hair. Then I would cut it like, I'd probably cut it with like the fucking, like I would get the Leon hairdo, you know? I don't know. I would probably just spike it up, and I wouldn't have to worry when it gets too long. You love the bush. I hate my hair so much, guys. My girlfriend may love it, but I hate it.
For 800,000 subscribers down upon their heads, including people who...
No! This video is so bad faith. Oh, I'm cringing. I'm cringing. I'm cringing. I'm cringing.
...numbers of angry people online. That would be more marginalised than smaller trans creators. Yet this benevolence on her part is undercut by the way she effectively points her finger at such people, bringing the wrath of her 800,000 subscribers down upon their heads.
Nope! This is in such bad faith. How can you be in such bad faith? So right now they're saying that ContraPoints, they're doing the thing from Twitter. Oh, ContraPoints didn't censor the profile pictures of the people who are harassing her and spreading lies about her and shit-talking her. Now she's engaging in targeted harassment and sending her a harassment campaign towards them. So already fucking lying. What a fucking liar, dude. What a fucking Weasley little liar, dude. Holy shit, dude. Holy shit, dude. Literally lying. Still lying. So, we've already got that right there. And then also, when she talked about how she wasn't going to be as affected by canceling as smaller trans creators. And this person called it out as, if I'm understanding correctly, this person who's making the video called that out as being hypocritical. It is not hypocritical. And let me explain why. So, ContraPoints says in her video that cis, straight, heterosexual people who are in Breadtube or just in online spaces are likely not going to be affected as much by canceling, because on virtue of their identity, there's a lot of spaces online and in real life where they're going to have an easier time making friends and having people to talk to and just being able to just feel at home and feel safe, right? And this is true. This is absolutely true. Now, ContraPoints then goes on to explain, hey, Strange Ducks, thanks for the $10. Says, keep up the good work. Thank you for the $10. I appreciate it. I really do. Thank you for tossing a coin to your Witcher. She says that for smaller non-binary, trans, everything else creators, it's harder. Because when you have the same people, the same community that are supposed to be your friends, that are supposed to support you, because other people won't support you because they don't like your identity of being trans or gay or non-binary. Well, non-binary is trans, but you know, anything like that. It's hard when that community turns their back on you and accuses you of being the same thing that you're just trying to escape and get away from. So ContraPoints was saying that non-binary, trans, everything, whatnot, creators getting canceled is really dangerous for their mental health and so on. Now, this person has just made the very bad faith criticism calling ContraPoints a hypocrite because actually, oh, she claims she cares about the well-being of trans people, but then sends her fans to harass the people on Twitter that are criticizing her. Not what happened. You have to purposefully misinterpret, in bad faith, misinterpret what actually happened in order for that to be what you get out of that. That is a stinky meme. Very, very stinky. I disapprove. I disavow. I do not like. Very, very heterosexual, and heterosexuality is bad. Very stinky. Very, very stinky. Very, very, very stinky. Let's continue.
Including people who've had her blocked for over a year now, and people whose tweets received a single like on Twitter. As I start each section, I will also supply the timestamps for what's being discussed, so you can go check and see what was said yourself. Mm-hmm. So with that noted...
Don't worry, I actually watched the whole video, and I watched it in good faith, not already disliking ContraPoints for whatever reason.
Let's get down to business.
Listen, there's a rant I have to do at the end of this because I think it's really important, but we'll get to that in a minute.
This video will be covering all the material in the first 21 minutes of Natalie's video, starting with Natalie's definition of cancelling and...
They admit that they didn't watch more than 21 minutes. Cool.
Cancel culture in general.
Okay, look, this video is about canceling, also known as cancel culture, formerly known as
God, she's hot. Holy shit. Can I just get some fucking... Holy hell. Can I get some fucking poggers in chat? Because she is looking damn good in this video. Whew.
Call-out culture. Canceling is online shaming, vilifying, and ostracizing of prominent members of a community by other members of that community. Like so much internet slang, this use of the word canceling started out on Black Twitter, where a few years ago, people, well, mostly women, would tweet "cancel R. Kelly" and things like that. It started out as this vigilante strategy for bringing justice and accountability to powerful people who previously had been immune to any consequences for their actions.
Except this is a mischaracterization of the act of cancelling. While some circles view the term...
Nope, that is what canceling is. That was a good definition. Canceling, then again, doesn't have an exact definition. It's not in the dictionary yet. I mean, canceling, how it's used in this way. I know, canceling isn't probably in the dictionary, but, it's a new internet word. It's only a few years old, all right? Canceling has a pretty versatile use, but I think it's probably safe to say ContraPoints was canceled, seeing as the people... We're saying she was canceled. The people canceling her were saying she was canceled. So she was canceled.
It's being interchangeable with call-out culture, most notably the cishet comedians with a single joke that Natalie acknowledges later on.
My girlfriend is thirsty posting in chat saying I want her to bottle feed me King Cobra in her trash bath. Same, honestly.
People with whom the word originated tell of a different story. Cancelling is the act of anyone's support for an individual they've previously been a fan of. It's a statement. I want support of this person.
It's not. That is not the dictionary there is no dictionary definition. That can be a definition of canceling, but canceling in real life, well, on Twitter, but in real life, in practice, is usually the vilifying and bad faith pursuit of a figure in order to besmirch their reputation and to convince others that they should also stop engaging with that person, stop enjoying their content while spreading misinformation about them and harassing them. This also includes doxing, harassing friends and family, digging into their past, spreading lies, besmirching their names, so on and so on and so on. There is no... You cannot... Listen, my friend. You cannot be the arbiter of what the definition of canceling is. They're just... You can't be. Canceling doesn't have an exact definition yet in the fucking mirror. I don't believe... Listen, if I go to... Canceling definition. Let's see. Is there like a... Is there a definition in like Merriam-Webster to decide or announce that a planned event will not take place, neutralize or negate the force or effect of another? Does not look like we have a definition for it. It looks like we are still working on that. They'll get to it eventually. Listen, I will admit, if Merriam-Webster comes out and the new dictionary and this person's definition of canceling is added to that dictionary, I will come back and I will admit that I was wrong. But for now, no.
But their recent actions have made it uncomfortable for me to do so due to my ethics. Anyone can participate in call-out culture, even people who don't really know who the target is. Only a former supporter can partake in cancel culture.
So this person is trying to claim that call-out culture and cancel culture aren't the same thing. Call-out culture is when somebody calls out a figure for whatever, and cancel culture is when an ex-fan of a figure says, no, I'm not going to enjoy their content anymore, neither should you. I don't agree with that. That does not fit any definition of cancel culture. It doesn't matter what the definition is because Contra gave the definition she was using. That's true. But this video is extremely bad faith. I would be down to debate this person, though. I'd totally be down. Okay. We're back.
A difference that's pretty important for various reasons. Cancelling refers to someone giving up something they previously enjoyed, perhaps even loved. Call-out culture, meanwhile, is much more vague and is open to the possibility that what is happening for pure spectacle, like Natalie goes on to describe. Cancel culture is not so open to that. When there's a mass exodus of fans, usually there's a reason.
Not always. Nope. Not always. Generally, not usually, in fact. The examples that Contra brought up were very good examples. Guess, listen, people are stupid, all right? Generally, people aren't very smart. Generally... This usually tends to be the case when it comes to like politics and whatnot. So let's say, would you agree it would be a good reason if PewDiePie got canceled because he made a video tomorrow where he disavowed Nazis and then promoted Breadtube? Let's say tomorrow PewDiePie makes a video and he's like, "What's going on, bros? It's PewDiePie." He makes this video, he does his little intro, and he says, All right, bros. All right, 9-year-old army. We're gonna... So I've noticed that, like, there's a lot of very bad people in my audience, a lot of Nazis and alt-righters and people I disagree with, okay? And I don't like them anymore. I don't want them in my community. If you're watching this and you're a Nazi, get the fuck out of my community. I want nothing to do with you. And alternatively, if you want to watch some non-Nazi shit, check out these YouTubers. ContraPoints, H-Bomber Guy, Sean and Jen, Pig Puncher. Pig Puncher is very good. And just like he did that video, if he came out and did that tomorrow, just like full on disavowing Nazis and everything, and then hashtag PewDiePie is canceled because PewDiePie is a fucking SJW libcuck, fucking leftist crazy person, SJW. If that was trending on Twitter and it was hashtag PewDiePie is canceled, guarantee this person would not agree that they were being canceled for a reason, or at least a good reason. The implication here is that when they say canceled for a reason, it's a valid reason. The only way I would cancel PewDiePie is if he promoted you. True.
Difference is that whilst cancelling may be carried out alongside no platforming and other aspects of call-out culture, the two are not intrinsically linked. Cancelling is an attempt at ethical consumption. It's a boycott.
Hey,
a
Cindy.
personal act made public in hopes that the issue may be resolved and support may be returned. Because that's the thing
Oh
about support.
shit, sorry about that. Cindy.
Just as it can be ended, it can also be resumed. So under this definition of cancelled, yes. I cancelled Natalie shortly after October 15th, 2019. Not because of her video Opulence, which came out on the 13th the same month. Truth be told, I never found the time to watch it before cancelling Natalie. Because the reason for my cancellation was Natalie's response that followed non-binary people raising the issue.
Oh, no. Okay. I think this is where we're probably gonna finish it off, because this is going to be a very long video of, we already know it's bad faith. I want to clarify here. If I believed, from what I've seen so far, this video is in bad faith. If I believe that this video was in good faith, I would watch the whole thing. Probably not on stream, but in private. I might even watch it on the full thing later, even if I do believe it's bad faith. It'll be unfortunate. It'll be unpleasant, but I'll still watch it. What I want to do is cover the thesis of this person's argument. And they admitted they only watched 21% of Contra's videos, so only appropriate. I only watched 20% of theirs. The issue is, if this person's in bad faith, there's probably no good point in me just responding to lies in a YouTube video. I encourage Essence of Thought to reach out to me. How big is their channel? They are a 30,000 sub Andy. Okay. They have 10,000 more subs than me. I'm probably big enough that they could get something out of contacting me and agreeing to a debate or discussion. I would totally be down. I'm pretty convinced that they're in bad faith here, which I'm upset with, but they seem like they're a good person, so yeah. Yeah, I am punching up right now. Well, technically I'm punching down, because this is a non-binary person, trans person, so, I'm kind of punching down a little bit, but we'll watch for the next couple minutes, and I will make my big thesis, my big reason for why I think so many people want to go after ContraPoints for bad faith reasons.
Until that point, I'd given Natalie the benefit of the doubt when she displayed problematic behaviours. But each time the patience I had for her grew thinner and thinner. Though my concern was somewhat lessened following Natalie's Transgenders video, posted on July the 1st, 2019. Following the publishing of Opulence, I saw Natalie ignoring the concerns raised by my fellow non-binary people, going so far as to tell Buck Angel that she was, quote, honoured you to have your part in it? What an iconic fashion moment, end quote, on the 15th of October. 2 days after the video had gone out and non-binary people had begun raising their concern with his inclusion. Then and there I felt as if my trust, my goodwill up to that point, had been betrayed. That all the times Natalie had convinced me to give her the benefit of the doubt, claiming that it was all just a simple mistake on her part, that all of that was...
So, I want to point out for a minute that ContraPoints and Buck Angel are friends behind the scenes. I don't like Buck Angel. I think he's kind of a piece of shit. But let's be honest, this same shit would happen with Vosh if Vosh had a few 100,000 more subscribers, and then it was openly known that Vosh is friends with Shuanhead behind the scenes. I mean, it's happening now. I mean, let's just use Vosh as an example, because it's not specific to, like, oh, it's non-binary people. It's literally any figure that people in a fan base don't like. So let's look up. Let's see what happens if you search by latest and look up Vosh. Let's see what people are talking about here. Let's see. Oh man, this is like Vosh and Shu on steroids, but I hope the former Wabist don't bomb this interview. What the fuck? So this person seems to be shit-talking Vosh in regards to the Destiny clip. They believe that the Destiny shit-talking socialism and leftists is equivalent to Vosh and Shu on steroids. So I literally had to scroll down 4 tweets to find someone shit-talking Vosh for being friends with Shu behind the scenes. I'm not voting for Trump. No, I'm voting for Bernie, or whoever ends up being the Democratic nominee. I've never voted Trump. I supported Trump, though, back in 2016 after he was already elected. Hey, Modesurf, thank you for the tier 1 sub. I appreciate it. Hell yeah, give me that fancy name. Yeah, you should see it pop up in just a minute. Thank you for the $5, and thank you for tossing a coin to your leftist witcher. I appreciate it. Yeah. All right, let's continue. Like, this is just something that happens. If you're friends with a figure behind the scenes, people are going to get angry with you about it because they disagree with the figure. Whether the disagreement is valid or not, in this case, I think it's valid. The opulence thing is probably... The thing with Buck Angel is probably the biggest criticism you could make, but she apologized for it, and it was over 6 seconds of audio. I don't think it's that big a deal. If you want to say it says something about Contra's character that she's still friends with Buck Angel behind the scenes, even though he's probably NB-phobic, you can make that case. But other than that, going any further with the criticism, there isn't really much to go for. It's a pretty overblown situation. Listen, I understand platforming individuals with bad views can be dangerous, but ContraPoints engaged in probably the most milquetoast, least harmful version of platforming you can possibly go for. It was very, very inconsequential. I honestly don't think anybody would have come out of that video thinking, Buck Angel, I should look into them, if they had no idea who he was. Unlike with like the PewDiePie platforming Ben Shapiro thing, or PewDiePie recommending what's his name? Why can't I think of his name? What the fuck? The fucking Canadian dude with the curly hair, Kermit the Frog, Jordan Peterson. Yeah, the Jordan Peterson book. Like, these are very different. These are not comparable. Or platforming ER as well. That's a whole nother thing as well. I think it's definitely very, very different. Like, there's a very big difference here. Holy shit, did someone raid me or something? Why are so many people following me? What the fuck happened? Hey, if anyone raided me, thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate it. All right. Now, with 340 viewers, I must give my take, all right? This is my reason why I think so many people don't like ContraPoints and are engaging in bad faith criticism of her. What I think is happening is... I wish. Hey, Natty Ice Life, thank you for the tier 1 sub, says, just wanted a blue name, keep up the good shit, bruh. Thank you so much. Your monetary support is extremely appreciated. It helps so much. I have a lot of stuff I want to do in February that I would not be able to afford otherwise. Thank you so much. Your money goes into helping me live and helping me do the things I want to do. I really appreciate it. I couldn't do this without your monetary support. I'm so grateful to every single one of you. I love you all. But continuing onward, why do I think so many non-binary and binary trans people hate ContraPoints just out of virtue of her existing? Why do I think so many of them just hate her? Here comes my 5-brain take here. My big 5-head take. Here it comes. ContraPoints Online is perceived as a representative of the trans community. And people don't always like to be spoken for by someone else. So a lot of you guys in chat who like ContraPoints might be happy with ContraPoints being the online representative for trans people. Others not so much. So I think that's where it comes from. A lot of online trans people just don't like the idea, especially non-binary people, just don't like the idea of ContraPoints speaking for them. They just don't like it. And so Coming out of this, they already don't like ContraPoints, and they're looking for a reason to hate her. It's no secret that most of the people who were shitting on ContraPoints when this drama happened were already attacking her well before this happened. Every time she put out a new video, they took their little greasy little claws and they raked through the little bits of the video that they would watch to find little tiny things to take out of context to post on Twitter, and them and their little fucking little demonic cancel culture crowd to fucking attack her for. Now, this is very different, for example, than a Netflix comedian who likes to say racist shit and then, or racist or homophobic or transphobic shit, and then say cancel culture has gone too far, and someone who is being attacked by a group of people who are bad faith and taking someone out of context. It's bad. It's bad, okay? Contra only speaks for herself. The point of her videos is to promote acceptance for the trans community. Regardless, people view her as a emissary of the trans community, regardless of the intention. Let's be that simple. Just that simple. I think we are done here. Essence of Thought, if you want to debate me, please hit me up on Twitter. Twitter is right here. All these social media thingies, you can hit me up right here. Just hit me up, preferably on Discord, actually. Join my Discord, link in the description. Hit me up. I'll let you on the stream. We can debate. It'll be a good time. Whew.